Hello and welcome to the Push Button Profits Show, the show where we interview the creators behind the Make Money Online and internet marketing products. Today on episode 8, we have Will Weatherly, the creator and mastermind behind MethodX, which goes live on Friday, 30th of October, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Will, welcome to the Push Button Profits Show.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Not at all, thank you. So Will, there's going to be a lot of buzz about MethodX. It's probably the hot product of the week and it's towards the end of the week. So for people who want to be making a lot of money over the weekend, it's something they should be backing. And I'll say to anyone watching this right now, click the link in the description box below. Will take you through to MethodX so you can see it, learn more about it and see if it's for you. Will, what is MethodX about in essence?
Well, I would describe MethodX as being a unique strategy. There's two different traffic sources. There's a I guess you would say, preliminary traffic source where you can get very targeted, cheap traffic. And then once you're warmed up and ready to go with that, you can scale with the other platform. And that I would describe it as a kind of two traffic source, one method, two traffic source.
Now, at the heart of it now, so it's sort of like a paid ad strategy, but at the heart of it is keyword research, and that's really your secret sauce, because everyone's running ads to a lesser or greater degree, but you've managed to make it efficient and predictable and scalable and have a very short path to winning, right? Because there's very little testing. If you're getting MethodX today, you're basically onto a surefire strategy. Can you explain a little more about the keyword aspect and how you realized that was what's integral to really getting ads that work in our space?
Well, the way keywords work, you've got broad keywords, you've got exact, you've got phrase. And so what's important is to find the data for these different types of keywords. And so if you just put keywords in your niche onto a campaign, it's not going to be as good as if you get the actual data for these broad exact phrase. So that's really the secret sauce of this method, which is getting the data for these. And it's very step-by-step. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. And so it's not a complicated process at all. So
brilliant. Now MethodX, does MethodX work on every product and every niche, or have you specialized on perhaps affiliate products or products from affiliate networks? What's inside? Where do you point your keyword targeted traffic?
In MethodX, we focus on internet marketing and make money online, but this can be applied to health and fitness or really any niche at all. So, and also CPA if you want to do CPA, but the focus of the course is internet marketing, make money online. And those are the keywords that we're going after.
Fantastic. Now, as with all these things, they can sometimes be a bit theoretical or hypothetical. Everyone knows paid ads work. Everyone knows finding keywords works. What's the case study that's inside MethodX? If I were to pick it up today by clicking that link below, what would I find on the other side? What's the proof that it works? Or how do you know that it does work?
Yeah, there's an official case study, and that's right when you get into the members area, that's the first thing you're going to come across. So you'll see the case study. And then throughout the course, I show my results with the method as well. So you can see the results that I'm getting as I'm going along, in addition to the official case study.
Fantastic. So I'm looking obviously at the marketing materials right now, and I see the man fronting the operation isn't you, Australian, who's very well known to the scene, called Mark Barnett, a very beardy Australian man who's not you because you're clean cut and American. So talk to us about, so Mark is very well known in the scene. In fact, he's often usually quite a litmus test for quality. Mark has been behind two of the biggest product launches of 2020. He and his Australian partner, James Fawcett, who I believe you're also working with. What's the story with you and Mark? How did Mark find you, or how did you find Mark? And how did you convince him to back your product and give it the glory that it deserves when it does launch on Friday, October 30th at 9 a.m. Eastern?
Well, I've been watching and learning from what these guys have been doing for their previous product launches. And so I had this method that I thought would fit into what they're doing. And so I ran it by him. I just made an overview of the method. And then he's like, this is interesting. Can you show us some of your results. So I showed some of my results. He's like, okay, that's great. Can you do a front end? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I'll go back and create the course. And so now I had some of the elements of the course already done. And then I added more elements, changed some things, presented it to Mark, who showed it to James. And then they got back to me and said, yeah, we'd like to run with this. So good.
Interesting. And what for people watching this, there'll be many people watching this who are thinking, oh, I have an idea, but maybe I'm not brilliant at launching. I don't quite have the connections to get much firepower behind my launches. In your experience, is it really that simple to get sort of industry backing behind your own product launches? Is it just a case of having a good idea and in your experience, in your time in internet marketing, and the merit of it will get people collaborating with you? Or has this been just a particularly easy ride working with Mark and James?
So yeah, there's a little bit of a backstory. I mean, my first product launch was in December of 2018. And so Mark Barrett and his partner at the time, Paul Prisick, were big on that launch. So that's how I came, onto his radar a little bit. So that was a big launch back then. And so I kind of just emerged onto the scene back then, pretty much of a newbie, even though I had been around for a while. As far as WarriorPlus goes and affiliate marketing, I was very much a newbie. So, but then I did come from training, I was in the training program, and I launched with Bill and Spencer, who, were my mentors. So that's really how I got into it.
Interesting. Now your products now, so I've known of you since this year. So as you see, you yourself do have a bit of pedigree. You've been around for maybe about 2.5 years before, here 2017, 18 or so. But I've only known of you, Will, since this year, and I encountered you. The interesting thing about your products is that, and I don't know if you want to reveal where you get your ideas from, but none of them are particularly uniform or in the same realm. So for example, many people watching this might know certain people's names and associate them with a single strategy or a single tactic. You might associate, I don't even know, but you might associate one person as the YouTube person. There's always some permutation of YouTube where another person does SEO or ranking on Google. I remember you from your previous two products of this year, one of which was Profit Zenith. Forgive me if I'm not doing that justice, which was all around just really ingenious ways to get your money link in front of people, like using Google signatures and using autoresponders with Google. Like, I just remember that being very interesting because many people aren't using Google as an autoresponder, and you somehow cracked that. I then discovered, then your second product of this year, or the second one I encountered, was the double game, which again, don't want to reveal everything, but again, that was a completely unrelated to using Google as an autoresponder. In the double game, you managed to basically work out two very high ranking, high domain sites people could use to basically rank their review posts on page one. And it was sort of sitting under everyone's noses, but no one had ever productized it. To which I guess my question to you is, Will, is where do you get your ideas? And are you basically always testing things concurrently at any given point, like a mad scientist?
Well, all right, so I'll be honest here. Some of the strategies that I have come from my mentor, Simple Spencer. So I was in some high level training, and he revealed some strategies for getting product ideas. Mm-hmm. So do I give that away only as a bonus for certain? It is a special bonus that I'll give away, that secret. But yeah, I learned some great things from him as far as sourcing product ideas, and then also other research in other areas where I come across stuff. And then of course, assimilating different ideas from different people in the broader space of, YouTubers and all the people who are coming up with ideas for products. So it's never stealing as long as you assimilate all the stuff, right?
No, very good. Of course. And really there's no, well, it's not entirely true, but there's that expression, there's no original idea under the sun, because everyone's working, there's only a limited amount of strategies or platforms out there, but one has to put your own twist on it, which you have done here with of course, MethodX. I mean, like we said, it's a paid ad strategy, but it's you who's gone through and worked out, well, how do I make this efficient? How do I make it so people don't have to waste money testing, using a test budget? How do people improve their keyword research? And how can people direct it at the right landing point, the right endpoint, the right URL, so as to improve what they're doing? Now, a key thing when we were talking about this just before the interview was the bridge page. That's a key thing whenever you talk about pointing MethodX traffic, is working some magic with the bridge page. Now, again, you don't have to divulge everything. Everyone will get everything inside MethodX when they check it out using the link below. But can you give people just a gentle idea of what you're doing differently or a little bit more sensibly with bridge pages compared to what everyone else is doing right now?
Yeah, this is one I don't want to give away, of course, but
Fair
I was
enough. No, don't give it away then. Forgive this. No, not at all. This is perfectly legit.
I was doing something different, but then I actually did, I changed the method and it started to work for me different than what I was doing before. So I started to see conversions happen once I made this change, which is explained in the course about what to do as far as creating this bridge page, which, by the way, is not the opt-in page for your viewers. You know, it's not the opt-in page, but it's the thank you page or the bridge page that comes before the offer. So that's the element that is new. I think I haven't seen this done, but it's something that I experimented with and got some good results with, and started to see that as being a good vehicle for a thank you or a bridge page.
Here's a question then. You talked about starting to see results quickly. How quickly, and I know it differs from every person and you obviously can't make a guarantee, but someone using MethodX, how quickly could they see results? How quickly could they see a high performing campaign that identified very quickly? Is this something that takes a few days, a few hours? In your experience, how soon could they see success with MethodX?
So I started this in early September. So I was testing things as I went, and I had some experiences that were not so good, right? So I changed some things about the method to make it work. So I think that it's optimized for people to just hit the ground running with and start getting results quickly based on my own trial and error. So I would say that, of course, there's no guarantees for anything, right? You have to put that caveat out there. But I would say that, give it a couple days, and remember that you're going to get a lot of sales coming from your emails that are, it's not just people going to the offer, but once you do the follow-up emails, then you'll start to see sales come in. And yeah, so I would say a couple days, giving it a couple days.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. No, and again, the key part you said is, of course, one of the things that people are buying into when they pick up MethodX, don't forget, click that link below to check it out, is the trial and error that you're saving them from. You know what I mean? It's not just the path to succeeding, but it's also the fact that they don't have to go through or leaping through all the hoops of the failures to find the method that works. So that part also needs to be factored in. So Will, let's get back to the product funnel as the sort of final question, so people know what they're getting when they do pick it up. Again, MethodX is launching tomorrow, Friday, October 30th at 9 a.m. Eastern on WarriorPlus. What can people, when they click the link below and pick up MethodX today, when they're watching this, actually see? What will they be presented with? What upsells, what ways will you be making it better or faster once they've bought the front end product? What's in the funnel?
Speaking of faster, OTO number 1 is called Fast Track. So that is MethodX Fast Track. That is to self-explanatory, just take a asset that we've been working on to improve your speed with the method. So, you asked about the time frame. This is to condense that time frame to as short a time as possible. And then OTO number 2 is the done for you. So we've laid out the done for you, so you don't have to go through any procedure or anything that's on the front end. Just have it all set, ready to go. And then OTO 3 is Profit Box. And that is a way to increase conversions. And then OTO number 4, unlimited traffic, which is using the vendor's traffic vehicles to essentially siphon traffic for their own use. And then OTO number 5 is license rights. Now, I do want to mention this about the license rights. You're going to get not only license rights to MethodX, but the breakout code, Phoenix, Infusion, and MethodX. So you're going to get 100% across the funnel for not only MethodX, but the other 3 previous products of James and Mark's. So.
Brilliant. Yeah, and that's very good that you've clarified what those products are. So for anyone who's just people who may not be tracking with that last one, Will is working with, as we said already, James Fawcett wasn't mentioned. James Fawcett, who is an Australian internet marketer who exploded onto the scene this year in 2020 with a product called the Breakout Code, which showed how he made $150,000 profit in 90 days. No product, no email list, no paid ads, no social media, no personal branding, and he was able to make 150K in under 3 months, frankly, and it's quite remarkable. That's the Breakout Code. And then of course he's released successive products with his partner Mark Barnett, Mark Barrett, who we've just been speaking about right now. All of them are working together with Will, and they'll be giving their best products along with MethodX for you to resell as your own to keep 100% of the profits. And these sell very well. So if anyone's thinking of picking up our MethodX today and you understand the power of license rights, that's definitely an OTO you should be thinking about. OTO number 5, upgrade number 5, you'll get resale rights to 3 of the most popular internet marketing products. And if MethodX is another success, then 4 of 2020's most popular internet marketing products tomorrow. Well, Will, thank you very much. Don't let me keep you any longer. I know you have to go and have dinner in lovely Thailand, an Italian restaurant in Thailand from your backdrop right now. So don't let me keep you, but thank you very much for this. And we're all looking forward to seeing how MethodX does tomorrow, Friday, October 30th at 9 a.m.
Thanks so much for having me.
Very much.
I really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your great method. Thank you, Will.